Well, good morning and welcome to worship here with St. Mark's United Methodist Church. I'm so glad that you're here this morning for our Easter worship. I'm delighted to welcome you. This is the way that we are doing worship each week during this time, this sort of on-demand style. So we post it on Sunday mornings by 10 o'clock, usually a bit earlier. And so you can tune in then or at whatever time is good for your family and for you. So I hope you'll join us again for worship during this season or even later when we are back worshiping together in the sanctuary. We'd love to have you join us for worship. But you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the worship posts as they come up, and we'll be there every Sunday. There's also always special things for kids that are a part of the worship service on the worship page today, where you got here perhaps. There's a children's bulletin, and there's always a separate children's video that they can watch as well that's also included in the larger service. So we'd love for you to join us for worship. Again, we're so glad that you're with us this morning. I hope you'll take a minute to fill out the virtual Connect card that is right there on the worship page as well, and let us know that you were here with us today, and let us know how we can pray for you and if there's anything that you need from us. So I hope you'll take a moment to do that. I want to make you all aware this week of a couple of ways that you can be of service and help and support to our community. The first way is by making a card or a sign for the staff of Methodist Hospital, for their doctors and nurses and janitorial staff, administrative staff, all of the folks who are working to keep people safe and healthy there. Their chaplains are coordinating some encouragement for them. Right now, they're still working on a way to make sure things coming into the hospital are sanitary, so we're not going to mail those. So all you need to do is send me a photo of the sign or card that you or your kiddos make. Some of you have already brought us physical copies of those, and that's great. We'll take pictures of them and send them on. But the easiest way to do that is simply to send a picture to me at pastor@smumc.org. The other way you can help this week is to help FAM, one of our partner ministries that Pastor Hannah is the director of. They started a program to take food to refugee families who were having trouble accessing food during this shutdown, this time of pause. And so several of you and other folks from the community stepped up and are making sure that they get farm shares each week that have produce and food for their family for the week. We're learning that their kids are also really in need of books to help them keep up with school. So if you have kids' books at home that are gently used, or if you can purchase a kid's book that you could donate for grades kindergarten through 8th grade, and you can bring those to the church, there is a box on the front porch of the church at 600 Pecore near the office entrance up by the bench. You can leave the books there, and we will collect those and make sure that they get to kiddos who will use them while they're out of school. So if you could help with that, we'd be grateful. The last thing I'll remind you of is that our offering is also online. So you can set up your offering this morning by going to smumc.org and clicking on the Give tab. You can set up a recurring offering there or a one-time offering. You can also text to the number that is on your screen, and that will help you set up your online giving. If you'd prefer to send a check, I recommend you use our P.O. box, which you can find on our website. That's the most secure way to send us a check right now. We're so grateful for your gifts that are allowing us to continue to operate, to have worship online, to do ministry together, to continue to serve the community, to continue to pay our staff and keep people working. So I hope you'll give as generously as you are able, especially for this Easter offering, so that we can increase our support to some of our neighborhood partners who are working in the community to make sure that people have the things that they need during this time. Friends, thank you once again for joining us for worship. I'm so glad that you're here, and I invite you to join me in the call to worship, our Easter acclamation. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed.
Christ is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Christ is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Christ is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Christ has risen! He is risen indeed! Woo!
Woo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia.